Welcome back, guys, to the channel. I want to talk about Disney Dream, very specifically Concierge. I want to limit this to the Dream Concierge experience because it varies ship to ship. I do not believe it is exactly the same what you get. And from some of you that have sailed other ships will kind of understand that, but this is my first Concierge experience ever, and this is 2025. This was a Halloween on the High Seas themed cruise, and let's get into it. I booked this, it was kind of last minute. I saw they had some killer sales going on, which they do right now. It's unbelievable. And Concierge was reduced price for sure. I don't know what it was originally, but it was, I would say, cheap enough where, you know, I thought it was worth it. Let's give it a shot. 4 nights. I've done the Dream before COVID, but haven't done it post-COVID. I know it had a refurb, I had dry docked, and I had some updates to the Concierge. So I can only review this as of 2025, brand new person going in. First of all, as soon as you check in, okay, you can ask for upgrades. Once you get to the port, ask for the supervisor desk. They'll take you right there. They have a sheet. They tell you what the price is. I did actually upgrade. I'm going to go over that in a separate, I think, video. But I did upgrade to a 1-bedroom suite. And let me tell you, wow, it's very hard to describe in words. And I didn't do one of these lame videos where you look through drawers and it's just really boring. We're not doing that, okay? But I will say the 1-bedroom suite at a discounted rate, mind you, that's what I paid, was unbelievable. And the perks, I think, I did not hear anyone talking about certain things that I got. So that's why I want to share this with you, because some of these other videos, I think they're travel agents, people that get paid. I'm not an agent. I'm just a normal guy with a killer mustache that's just given to you raw and real. So 1-bedroom suite, Disney Dream, here we go. I'm going to do a little slideshow of some of the pictures that I experienced, and we can kind of go through it together. First of all, in the background, this is the lounge, okay? And this is as you walk in, you look straight on, okay? And to your right, you're going to see a door right here. That's a side entrance. And then over here, another side entrance, okay? You can come in both areas of those hallways. You can come in the side, no problem. Where you're looking straight on, behind this view is the concierge desk where the team is. You check in, you can ask them questions, you want to book something, whatever. That's where that desk is. Looking straight ahead to your right, we have couches here, okay? All these different couches right there. Beautiful. You can sit down, relax, get a drink. And then we'll see another picture over on this side, which I'm blocking, you can't see, but you'll see in another picture here. There's another area you can sit down. Okay, now I'm gonna slide over, and you're gonna see coffee machine right there. And as I lean, a little shoulder lean, right, you can kind of see basically right here, all these tables, right? That's where all the seating is. Like if you wanna get something to eat, whatever, you can sit there. The tables leave a lot to be desired. They add this little like end chair to it that's super awkward. It's not the same level as the booth. They all have that kind of done. You can move the chair, but they leave it there. It's a bizarre design decision. I'm not a fashion consultant by any means, other than my glasses, which look awesome. But anyway, yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of that table. It was kind of weird, but the booth itself was real nice. And then going past the booth, as right here, you'll run into the bar area, and behind the bar will be all the food, snacks, that sort of thing. And then over here, obviously, is the drinks and that. And then all the way over there, that will be the sun deck. Okay, then that's the basic layout, real easy. It's simple. It looks, awesome. It's very light. I really enjoyed it. I have no preconceived notion of what it was before, but I definitely enjoyed that. So let's get into some pictures and kind of my experience. This is the Halloween, okay? Pro tip, they decorate this, which is killer in itself. Please eat. You see up there, there's chocolate coins. Tear into them. The lady told me, she may have known that I've been eating chocolate since the 80s, but she's like, hey, take some. And I said, don't got to tell me twice. Grab those for sure. Give them for your kids. Awesome, right? Just tear into those. That's kind of all the theming they really did for Halloween, right? Was that, and that's by the way, the front desk, right? So if you want to book royal tea or whatever, anything you've missed, port excursions, wait list for a cabana, that's where you would do it. No problem. Awesome. There's someone there like from 7 to 10 p.m. like every day, all day. That's what it is. Let's go to the next one. Coffee machine. I am a huge coffee guy. Okay. I do pour overs at home. I have every coffee apparatus you can think of. AeroPress, an automatic pour over. I won't get into that because we'll be here for 2 hours. But this machine right here, this thing pumps out espresso, and I just drink it black. That's just how you're supposed to drink it. It is great. I tore through these like you wouldn't believe. Another thing they don't mention, in these 2 stainless steel containers, the sugar cubes. Love the detail, okay? Just presentation, 10 out of 10. Another thing they don't tell you, because I'm a huge coffee snob, if you look up there where the fine china is, that's heated. Man, I don't want to get into it. I'm getting too carried away, but it is heated. It is awesome. You get your espresso. It's hot. It makes a difference. Trust me. And then also you have all your syrups and everything like that. You can kind of see that off up there. They have like caramel, vanilla, whatever. And then they also have honey. And this machine, the coffee machine, can make hot water, which they have a fantastic tea selection. Okay, all top tier teas you're not going to find. They are still like tea bags, right? But they're the higher end ones, not the normal ones you get down by cabanas. Other thing, they have cinnamon powder, all that jazz right up there. Awesome. They do have decaf as well. Hot chocolate is in that machine. You can kind of see it on the top left there. That's hot cocoa kind of mix. Decaf, regular, we know that. They have cappuccinos in there. I don't do cappuccinos because I usually like coconut milk and stuff like that. So I didn't partake in that. Can't comment, but I did hear a ton of people really liked it. But this machine, there's one in the front and there's one all the way in the back. So you got 2 all the time. And if you need any help, they'll show you how to use it. It is like stupid simple to use. I tore through that the whole time I was there. Get your money's worth. All right, moving on. Okay, they got a character meet and greet. You get with Concierge only one time in the 4 nights we were there. They don't tell you who it's going to be. It's a surprise to everyone, including the managers. Putting that in air quotes. I don't know if that's true or not. It seemed like it. We had Donald Duck. They arrange all these chairs in this U kind of configuration so you can sit around, meet Donald, all that stuff, right? Really cool. And that's only one time. Do not miss it. They give out Rice Krispies and they give out little milkshakes. Okay. I am gluten-free. This is kind of what this channel is going to be about. The milkshakes were gluten-free, a little bit of a back and forth on it. It did seem to be gluten-free from what I could tell. The Rice Krispies, I will say, are not labeled. They're on a shared line. However, my son, who is a gluten detector, he was not had any problems with the Rice Krispies, which we've had those in Disney World before. Those for us are fine. We're celiac, but your mileage may vary because it's a shared line. It just depends how you feel about that. We ended up taking them home and we just ate them at home just in case because we didn't want to have any issues there. So that's that. Moving on. This is a dessert. Okay. In Concierge, all the napkins are these premium felt napkins, beautiful with the design. All, nice, silverware, the whole 9. That was kind of a creme brulee thing. We're going to get into that in another video on how gluten-free works in this kitchen, because this kitchen does not have its own chef and all that. No, they have to order the stuff and it gets delivered there. A lot of things I did not know about it. No one talks about, which I will be. That's going to be a whole nother video. Go to the next one. This is that side where Donald Duck was. These are the couches. It's beautiful. It's a Hercules theme. You can sit in there. I sat in there a lot. I ended up going to the sun deck a ton. I really got my money's worth on a 4-night. I felt like if you don't use the lounge, there's not much point, in Concierge, my humble opinion. The lounge is a huge part of it. Okay, we're back to the beginning. So that's kind of the quick overview. I didn't even go to the sun deck yet. There's still a lot to talk about there. I don't want to make these videos too long. Sun deck, the highlights are there is a hot tub up there, big enough for 5-6 people or so. Was fine. No one was really up there. I mean, we saw maybe a couple people from time to time in the actual hot tub. Pro tip, no one tells you. Right outside the Concierge sun deck, there's a little area. It's a kind of a wading pool with a waterfall kind of thing coming down. Get in there, cool yourself off, and then you run right back into Concierge, go back in the hot tub. I did that throughout the day, and it was fantastic. You use I had a magic band. You could use your key to the world card, whatever. Use that, and you can get in that back door where the hot tub and that Concierge sun deck area is. That's a huge pro tip. I didn't know. They do have sunscreen provided there. All that's included. Ton of loungers. You can sit around, relax. They did not do smoothies even on sea day. Take that from I've heard that a lot. Dream didn't do it. The one thing I will say, purchase-wise, I thought was awesome is the hat. This hat. It's a Nike Dry Fit hat. I recommend that. 10 out of 10. You can only get it if you're sailing Concierge. You go to the store, show them your card. They will say, oh, you're Concierge. They offered me a hat. I had to pay. It didn't offer it to me. But, you know, the hat or a ornament. Ornament was $50. Didn't think it was really worth it. I think this hat was like $30. It's a Dry Fit. It's awesome. I wear it all the time. I got 2 of them. I highly recommend that. That was a great purchase. There was nothing else on the Dream that I saw. You also get with Concierge, and we're going to get into this too, another video on the theater situation. How do you get early access to that? You get free popcorn the entire time. Don't miss that. That's awesome. And also on this cruise, this 4-night, it was busy, right? I mean, I didn't ever feel elbow to elbow. The Dream's laid out pretty nicely, I think. But I mean, your lounge on the sun deck, that is your private oasis to relax. I saw people taking work calls, right? I mean, it was just private. That sun deck's so big, literally, you know, you could take calls if you need to. You can actually, I saw people actually working too on the Concierge sun deck because there's always a chair. You don't have to reserve anything. There is also, there is a cooler up there for drinks, which was stocked, but it didn't have quite the selection downstairs does. The one miss, I would say, if you're soaking wet in the hot tub, they don't want you going down, tracking water back down to get a drink. So all I did was I just grabbed a whole bunch of drinks, and then I went up to the hot tub and I had, you know, sparkling water by the hot tub, whatever, right there. And also anything from the bar, bringing it right on up to the hot tub. Or if you want to sit on the sun deck and then you leave basically your drinks, they have a little cart that they will take it away for you upstairs. And that's literally just that stairwell going up. So that's pretty much how that works. And, you know, that pretty much wraps up my thoughts. Is it worth it? It varies. I think it's worth it depending on the price. If you're paying 5-6 times, you know, an inside stateroom price, I don't know. The Dream, I would do Concierge again on the Dream. Definitely at a discount that I got, yes. And my booking rate, yes. Would I pay $10,000 plus on a 4-night? Don't know. I did pay less than that. I don't know if I would do that unless it's like a special, you know, date or something like that, right? That means a lot. So you have to really weigh the value because, again, that kitchen back there doesn't have its own kitchen. They order everything in there. So the selection's a little bit more limited to the other, you know, ships. And this will be another talking point is the alcohol is a little bit more limited on some of the older class ships than, let's say, the Wish or anything like that. So any questions you have, anything specifically you want me to cover, drop it down below. Look forward to the next video because I'm going to be dropping these on different segments of Concierge because it's honestly way too much to have in one video. Thanks a lot, guys. See you next time.